Hi, so still having the pain flare, but I thought that today I would talk about parenting when you have FND, and the reason I'm bringing this up is actually because I had parent-teacher interviews. So I thought I would tell you about my experiences with parent-teacher interviews up until now, which haven't been necessarily very accessible. So at the moment I can barely walk, or normally I can with some assistance. Sometimes I might use crutches, or like I could use a walking stick or a walker. Often I just use my husband, to be quite honest, and he usually stabilizes me, and I think I just feel safe using him. But I can't get up on my own at the moment. I definitely can't walk around. I really don't have a lot of independence at the moment, just due to my discomfort. I try not to say pain, and I try not to say I'm having a bad day, because the power of positive thinking, but yeah, it kind of does work. So I won't mock it. I've got 2 kids, as most of you would know. My son is 11, he's in primary school, which is year 6, and my daughter is 13, and she's in high school, which is year 8, and it's her interviews that I've got coming up. So last year, because I've been to the school before, and there were ramps to the hall, and I knew it was going to be in the big hall, I stupidly assumed that it was going to be quite accessible. Anyway, we arrived. I went down the ramp to the hall, and the ramp ends with a step like this big, which obviously a bit of a tilt on the wheelchairs is not going to do the trick. So a really lovely teacher came and helped stabilize me and hold me while my husband lifted the wheelchair up, and although that was really lovely, I don't like people being in that position. They're not trained to hold me. If I had fallen, I risked injuring her. It's also, it's not, it doesn't help me feel independent. It doesn't, people stare, and it can be a little bit embarrassing. So it wasn't the greatest experience, although I was really thankful for the help that I did receive. And then navigating through all the chairs and things was also quite difficult throughout the hall, and with all the people walking around. So, with 6-minute time slots per teacher, I ended up sometimes only getting like 1 or 2 minutes with the teacher. So it was a lot of effort on my behalf for not a lot in return. Then when leaving the hall, because we didn't want to go back, we went back up the ramp, and then to get back inside, the lip was about that big, so to get up it was really quite tricky. So we were just like, oh look, we'll just go out to the road. Went out to the road, and my daughter's school is trying to take on like Mount Everest or something in steepness, I don't know, but it's on a hill like this. And I have an electric wheelchair, which is great. However, it didn't like being on a hill like that, and so my wheels were just spinning. So my husband had to put it into manual mode and push me up the hill, which was, great for him. He got to skip leg day at the gym for a couple of weeks afterwards, because it was mammoth effort. So this year I have called in advance and just outlined that I am in a wheelchair, and just to see what ideas they can come up with, basically, with me, to make it a bit more accessible. And yeah, hopefully they can come up with a better solution than that. I'm obviously polite about it. I do understand that when you're an able-bodied person, you don't necessarily see all those little things and consider them, but it's important to bring them up, and you shouldn't feel like a burden by doing so. You shouldn't feel like you should miss out. Our kids people with FND in particular, and any disability, they have that extra load of stress on them. So it can affect their schooling, and I know it has for my children. So it's really important for me to have that opportunity to go and speak to their teachers. So yes, part 2, we will see what they come up with. Wish me luck.